Government data show that the private sector accounted for only 7% of the COVID vaccination since the time the centre decided to reserve 25% of vaccines produced in India for it 2.5 months ago. These figures were recently reported by a national daily. The report cited a response by the Health Ministry on July 20th that from 1st May to 15 July this year, only around 7% of total COVID vaccination was done at private centres. The report added that some experts were of the view that continuing the 25% quota for the private sector could be slowing down the vaccination drive. Recently, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal also said that business groups had made promises about going to the hinterland and delivering crores of jabs but failed to deliver. Let's understand the situation and reasons for it. To start with, we have Business Standard's Ruchika Chitravanshi to answer why private sector is not able to use its quota.
Around 7% of the total vaccinations done in the country have been at the private centres, although 25% of the total vaccine stocks are made available for the private hospitals. Government has shown concern why private hospitals are not placing orders for vaccines, and private hospitals have stated many reasons. One of the main reasons is the cap of rupees 150 on administrative charges for vaccine, which the hospitals say is not a good enough incentive for them to carry on giving jabs. There is also less demand of paid vaccination now that government has opened free vaccination for all. Especially, let's say for a shot of Covaxin, if one dose is going to cost rupees 1400, for a family of 5, it will cost above rupees 14,000 to get the whole family fully vaccinated, which for a middle class family is a huge amount. Many big chains have said that they already placed a lot of orders, so they have sustained vaccination on the stocks that were already available to them. However, private hospitals, which are the smaller chains in tier 2, tier 3 cities, have also said that they have faced difficulties in procuring the vaccine. They find the whole process of procurement of vaccine quite complicated. Under the new system, the states are supposed to aggregate the whole demand of vaccines, and thereafter they allocate the vaccine to each area, each region, each hospital. So many are struggling to get the vaccine as well. Some hospitals are also facing a shortage of stocks. That also has been flagged as one of the reasons.
Next, we look at what steps the private sector plans to take going forward.
Government expects the private sector to play a much bigger role in vaccination, in improving the vaccination coverage in the country, and also to address issues of vaccine hesitancy. Now, whatever has been done so far, industry chambers such as the CII, the Confederation of Indian Industry, is planning to map vaccination state-wise and district-wise, and accordingly it will set up vaccination camps in tier 2, tier 3 cities, in rural areas even, to boost the overall vaccination coverage. Some companies, big companies like Reliance, the Tata Group, are also making sure that their employees are all vaccinated, and not just their employees but the family members, and also going one step further, even the house helps and the drivers, etc., are also vaccinated no matter where they are, because a lot of these people have now gone to their hometowns and are working from home now. So the vaccine, some companies are making sure is made available no matter where these people are.
Last but not least, we analyze what all this means for India's vaccination drive.
For the month of July, the Health Ministry had stated that 135 million doses will be made available, and if we keep that target in mind, then we are not on track right now, and at the current pace of vaccination, which is around 3.8 million per day, we will fall short of this target. We need to ramp up this production we need to ramp up vaccination to 6 million doses a day, which we are quite far from right now. Overall, the government has said that 1 billion doses will be made available by the end of December. However, recently in the Parliament, the Health Ministry has stated that there is no fixed timeline for the completion of the vaccination drive in the country, although they expect it to be done by the end of December. A lot depends on the whole pipeline of vaccine, what will be made available. There are many negotiations that are on with international vaccine makers as well, and the domestic manufacturers are expected to scale up their production. There are many new vaccines that are currently under development, and they are undergoing the last final phase of their trials. So as the supply situation becomes more clear, we will have a clearer picture of when will India be able to fully vaccinate its adult population against COVID.
This leaves us with a pressing question. So, there are many factors because of which private hospitals are not using their quota of vaccines. In the present situation, would the government continue with the 25% quota for the private sector? Let's wait and watch.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.